Yes, guys, what's going on? So, I just wanted to do a video on Billy the Kid Dib. Now, for those of you who don't know, about a couple of days ago, I think it was now, Billy Dib won by knockout. Okay, not this kid out. He was fighting a guy by the name of Ruben Manakane, from what I understand. But anyway, right? So Billy Dib was fighting this kid, and Billy Dib knocked him out as expected, first of all. Okay? Anything less would not have been Billy Dib. Billy Dib, his classes above this guy, different league, different level, and I think it was just more of a fill fight. But Billy Dib knocked him out, and he was supposed to knock him out, and he did knock him out, and he took him out of there. Good knockout. It was a good knockout because it wasn't a TKO, it was a KO. And to get a KO on your record, you know, people don't understand, but getting a knockout is not the easiest thing in the world. Getting a TKO, a lot of people get TKOs, but getting a knockout shows that you've got some good power. So, here's the thing now, right? This fight was at super featherweight, right? And Billy Dib, he suffered losses to Gradovic, 2 losses in a row. First by split decision, second by technical knockout. And Gradovic is a good fighter. I mean, if you look in Billy Dib's entire career, right, Billy Dib has fought some good fighters. I mean, he's 37-3. He's only had 2 losses. So really, he's had 3 losses, but 2 of them were to the same person. Really, in his career, he's only lost twice, and he's won 37 fights. Now, given that a lot of these fights are in Australia, but he has fought outside Australia, and Billy Dib, I think a lot of people are overlooking him in the weight class that he's in. I think that Billy Dib now, with the knockout win that he got, KO at super featherweight, irrespective of the opponent, shows that he has some sort of power at that weight class. And I think that's important because he's moved up in weight. You know, is it going to help him? Is it not going to help him? We'll really have to wait and find out when he faces someone of some substance. Now, Billy Dib is not shy to fight someone. You know, he's not shy to fight somebody, basically. So we're going to see Billy Dib in with the best of fighters, and I think it's important that he jumps in with some good fighters because, you know, I think at this point in his career, I think Billy Dib does need to fight some fighters. And people, if you don't know Billy Dib, you need to YouTube him. Whoops. Sorry. Hold on, let me just see if we're still kicking. Hold on. Yeah, we're still kicking. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, for those of you who don't know Billy Dib, YouTube him. Billy Dib, he used to look up to Princess Mohammed. He's kind of moulded his style a little bit after that. He's also got his own type of style, but he boxes well. He's a good boxer, is Billy Dib. Good record, solid resume he's got. Now, so he's fighting at super featherweight, right, or junior lightweight, which is 130 pounds. At that weight class, there are some fighters in there who he could face. Now, I'm just going to name you some fighters in this weight class who stand out. There's a guy called Takashi Uchimayama, some shizzle like that, right? But some names that you guys might recognize: Brian Vasquez, okay, that's a fighter you might recognize. Mikey Garcia fights at 130 pounds sometimes, but obviously I don't think Mikey's fighting at that weight class for much longer or at all anymore. I think like he's looking up at 140 even, or 135. I don't know where Mikey Garcia's disappeared to. He's not fought in a while. He's been very inactive. Rocky Martinez at that weight class. Orlando Salido. There was another person who he wanted to fight. I forget the name. Is it here somewhere? Francisco Vargas. But basically, bottom line, Billy the Kid Dib, right? He's got, because it's Takashi Miura and Takashi Uchiyama, right? These guys hold the WBC and WBA titles of that weight class. And Billy the Kid Dib right now, he's hot in that weight class, right? He's hot in the 130 pound weight class. However, something that I personally felt was that Billy Dib should compete at 130, but if he can't make the weight, he can't make the weight. Not 130, sorry, I mean 126 pounds at featherweight. Because there's some big fights out there. You know, Nonita Donaire just got taken out. There's Johnny Gonzalez. Nonita Donaire got taken out by that black kid. What was his name? I did a video on him the other day. Nicholas Walters, very good fighter. But anyway, right, the point is 126 pound division is stacked. I think the 130 pound division, if Mikey Garcia moves out, that is, right? Because I think Mikey Garcia, I've got to be honest, is an exceptional fighter. But I think if Billy Dib ever did fight Mikey, I think it'd be a good fight, because I think Billy Dib is a bit underrated, to be honest with you. I think he's a very underrated fighter. He's only lost to like 2 people in his entire career, 37 fights. So you know you've got to give Billy Dib some credit there. You know, former IBF world champion, I think it is, a solid world champion. So I mean, he's looking for some big fights now. When I spoke to Billy Dib, he says that, look, I want the big major mega fights, and that's what I'm after. That's what I'm going after. This fight was in place because another fight that he wanted fell out of place. But either way, right, Billy Dib's back in the mix right now. He's at 130 pounds. Let's see if he performs better at the higher weight class. He might do, and I hope that he does. I think he's a very, very talented boxer. I think he has a lot to give the sport. I think by coming off a spectacular knockout, it shows that he's still got some grit in him and he's up for it. But we're going to have to see what he's like when he faces the top-level elite fighters. Yeah, I like Billy Dib's style. He's got good footwork. He's got good placement. He lines his shots up well. When he punches, he's like this, and he just pop, and he taps you nicely, and he's got a good pop behind his punch. Good fighter, Billy Dib. What more is there to really say? I'm looking forward to see what he can do in the 130 pound weight class, because you got to remember, when you go back down to 126, you got Lomachenko there, you got Abnamares there, you got Rocky Juarez there, you got Johnny Gonzalez, Nonita Donaire, you got Nicholas Walters up there, Gradovic is still there, Lee Selby's there, and like some of these fighters, right, it would not shock me if at least 1 or 2 of them fighters move up to eventually to 130 pounds. And Billy Dib is the guy at 130 pounds, in my opinion, who's going to take over that particular division. I think he's going to dominate that division. I just don't think that the current quality that's there can... I think the name that stands out to me is Orlando Salido and Rocky Martinez. I think they're the 2 names that stand out to me, but there are other fighters in that mix. And it's going to be really interesting to see who Billy Dib wants to fight. Let me know what you guys think of Billy Dib. You think he could take over the 130 pound division? I think very possible. But yeah, if you comment section below, subscribe as always. If you guys saw the fight, please send a link to me on Twitter at Sham_Ayub. Just tweet me or something, because I can't seem to find a link to the fight anywhere. I've just got the highlight. Let me know what you think of Billy Dib. Think he'll go all the way? Think he won't? In a bit, guys.